When getting behind the wheel of a car, you have to fully rely on your skills and instincts to ensure safety of the ride. However, it definitely won't hurt to be able to trust your vehicle to avoid an accident altogether or save lives of the car occupants in case the terrible does occur. In this episode, we'll be listing those new models that have shown signs of jeopardizing our trust and are suspected of slacking in terms of safety. We took into consideration the latest ratings from the Institute of Highway Safety, NHTSA, and the statistics that tracks the number of fatal accidents as per 1 million of registered vehicle years. Stay tuned if you want to find out about the so-called most dangerous cars on sale today. Subscribe to Automotive Territory Daily News, and let's start the engines. Chevrolet Camaro. When the major purpose of a car is to display badassery in terms of looks and performance, it will inevitably end up in the hands of reckless drivers who will mess up the accident statistics. The Camaro currently stands at 39 fatal accidents rate per 1 million years, which could be attributed to all those untamed horses coming from the mighty 3.6-liter V6 and 6.2-liter V8. Presumably, the speeds at which the accidents happen are just way too high, because the sports car does show good crash test results. One final issue might also be the lack of crash prevention tech. Believe it or not, but Camaro actually has less features than Chevy's cheapest model, the Spark. The only standard piece of equipment is a rear vision camera, while even available features only include alert tech and no automatic assists. Mitsubishi Mirage. When it comes to fuel efficiency and affordability, the Mitsubishi Mirage presents a solid case among the new cars. Namely, its 39 mpg combined rating makes it the most efficient non-hybrid car in the US, as well as the second cheapest model after the Chevy Spark. Unfortunately, the advantages of this Mini are kind of limited from here on. Besides being powered by the proven yet underpowered 1.2-liter 3-cylinder that struggles on the highways, the Mirage is associated with 72 deaths per million registered vehicle years. It has marginal small overlap front and only acceptable side crash test results. Sadly, the latest facelift did not address these issues and mostly focused on the exterior refinements, availability of LED headlights, and improvement of the infotainment system. And as for the active safety tech, there have been no new introductions. Jeep Wrangler. Unfortunately, we have to disappoint the fans of the iconic Jeep once again. Besides displaying poor reliability ratings, as per both Consumer Reports and J.D. Power, the Institute of Highway Safety has now expressed their concerns about the safety of the model as well. The marginal overall evaluation comes from the result of a small overlap front driver's side crash test. The vehicle twice tipped onto its passenger side after striking the barrier, which leads to additional injury risk beyond what the standard criteria are intended. Despite all the downsides of the Wrangler, I'm still pretty sure that it will continue its streak of great sales, because of the universal love for the timeless design, legendary 4x4 capability, and a countless number of configurations, which now includes mild hybrid e-torque powertrains and a 3-liter Eco diesel with a respectable 442 pound-feet of torque. Do not hesitate to like this video if you're enjoying our content. Make sure to watch this episode till the end and check out the video about the safest SUVs of 2020 if you still got time. The links are waiting for you at the end. Let's keep rolling. Honda Fit. Unlike the majority of affordable cars that end up on the dangerous side of the spectrum due to the lack of safety tech and poor crash test results, the Fit made it here because it's just small and popular. The vulnerability on the roads against bigger vehicles has resulted in a high number of lethal accidents, namely 48 per 1 million years of ownership, or 7.7 per 1 billion miles driven. These are sad numbers for the model, since both IIHS and NHTSA have been reporting 5-star crash ratings, and the Honda Sensing Suite, standard on the EX and EXL trims, is one of the best in the business. Bear in mind that for 2021 model year, the FIAT has been reimagined as a quirky-looking hybridized city commuter with even more safety tech, so its ratings will undoubtedly improve. Fiat 500L. If Fiat continued to sell the 500 hatchback in the US this year, this minicar would definitely end up on top of this list, since the 3-door had pretty gruesome fatality rate statistics in the past, specifically 95 deaths per million registered vehicle years. Unfortunately, those Fiat models that are still in production also do not have much to boast about on the safety front. The 500L minivan is proudly advertised to offer the best-in-class headroom, cargo space, and storage system, plus it is not nearly as deadly as its sibling. However, it still has poor marks from the IHS across the entire panel of the driver's side small overlap crash tests. They show structure and safety cage integrity loss, as well as serious thigh and hip injuries for the driver. The car also offers a ridiculously small amount of safety equipment. It is limited to just a rear-view camera and multi-stage airbags. Dodge Challenger. If you're looking to purchase an iconic muscle car that won't hesitate to burn tires and will be able to fulfill your wildest speeding fantasies, the Dodge Challenger is the way to go. This large 2-door offers several extremely powerful engines, gets plenty of performance enhancements, and as a bonus, seats 5 people. However, regardless of how you're planning to drive it, what also should be taken into account is the crashworthiness and available safety features. The Challenger offers only marginal driver's protection, especially in the foot and lower leg area. It has passable roof strength and comes with basic front crash prevention when optioned with the driver assists. Finally, according to the fatality study, the Challenger has 65 driver deaths per million owned vehicle years. Chrysler 300. It is no wonder why 300 has long been on the short list for discontinuation from the Chrysler's lineup. Besides its outdated design, high pricing, which now starts at 30+ grand, and poor fuel economy, it now adds a low score from the IHS. Their rating overview indicates marginal results in the small overlap front tests and poor headlights. Moreover, all the safety features which are expected to be standard on the premium sedan are only offered as an option. Today, the lineup of the 300 consists of 5 variants: Touring, Touring L, 300S Limited, and 300C. It must be mentioned that the all-wheel drive variants display significantly decreased fatality ratings. While the rear-wheel drive has recorded 46, the all-wheel drive decreases the score to just 14, which is more than 2 times better than the industry's average. Jeep Grand Cherokee. Even though larger vehicles, and especially SUVs, are considered much safer than small passenger cars, some still get below average safety and crash scores. Among those larger models is the fan-faved Grand Cherokee that has been in its current generation since 2011. IIHS bashes the SUV for its inadequate front passenger and marginal driver's protection, while NHTSA gives it just 3 stars in its rollover tests. Another point where this Jeep lags behind is exterior lighting. Offered in 12 trim levels, it gets 3 types of headlights, with most models being equipped with acceptable illumination with high beam assists. On the Laredo, Trailhawk, and Limited models, visibility was deemed insufficient, both on straight and curvy parts of the road. To be fair, we must mention that Grand Cherokee gets adequate crash prevention capabilities with the optional Advanced Tag Pro Tag 2 system, but the company is still due to introduce some pedestrian detection and emergency braking features. Dodge Journey. Valued by many as one of the most affordable 7-seater SUVs, Dodge Journey has felt ancient for the most part of its existence. The last facelift took place in the long-gone 2011, which is reflected in the complete absence of safety assists, besides a rear-view camera and park sense. Dodge claims that the Journey has a protective dual-phase steel frame, crumple zones that absorb impact energy, and active front seat head restraints. But despite these strong points, the SUV gets poor structure integrity rating and runs a high risk of driver injuries and a frontal collision. Also, it offers insufficient lighting. Bear in mind that this model has already been discontinued, and for the last couple of months of its production, it will be available in just 2 trims, SE Value and Crossroad, which is powered by the 2.4-liter inline-4 with 172 horsepower and 165 pound-feet of torque. We must mention that many of the usual suspects that used to have high death rates have been thoroughly revised by 2020. Their new generations are now showing outstanding crash and prevention results. Hence, they did not make it to this list. Even if you did find your car in this video, we wish you to never test its safety worthiness. Subscribe to Automotive Territory, like this episode, and express your thoughts on the car safety in the comments below. See you soon!